We just got off the bus and got to explore a little bit. But we are back on the bus in the nice, cool air conditioning.
Oh, we're looking for, she was looking for a thing wrong with us.
So, yeah, I don't know where we're going next, but we shall see.
Okay, if you look to the front of the bus and to the left a little bit, there's a lower white line right here. This is called the LCC, or the Launch Control Center. All the rockets that launch out of the Kennedy Space Center are controlled from the LCC. The launch tonight will be controlled through, even though this is a SpaceX launch, any rocket that goes out of the Kennedy Space Center is controlled through the LCC. Now the one this afternoon, when they launch out of 40, SpaceX is going to do their own thing down there. Only when you launch out of the Space Center do you use the LCC. All right? It has what they call firing rooms. There are 4, starting from the VAB and working your way out. Firing room 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you're using 1, 2 is backup. If you're using 3, 4 is your backup. So this is the LCC, Launch Control Center. Right now,
Yeah, and those are those big doors.
look up on your monitors, ladies and gentlemen. What you see here is the crawler transporter. Okay, we have 2. Crawler number 1, crawler number 2. They're called Hans and Franz. Okay, we have 2 of these guys. These are the largest self-propelled land vehicles in the world. Now what they are used for is to transport the completed rockets once they're built in the VAB out to the launch pads. These are diesel electric, just like a train locomotive. Diesel engines turn generators, which produce electricity, to turn the crawlers. We have 4 sets of crawlers, all right? The treads on those crawlers each weigh 2,000 pounds. The entire weight of the transporter is 6 million pounds. Now, when fully loaded, when bringing a rocket out to the pad, these crawlers will travel at the amazing rate of 0.8 miles per hour. Unloaded, their top speed is 2 miles an hour.
Wow.
All right. Now, but not to worry, they get great gas mileage. Okay? 32 feet per gallon. Okay. Yeah. You don't want to be taking this to Publix, believe me. You never get there.
32 feet per gallon for those big crawlers.
Okay, now, picture out to the left. They're building the
0.8
new
miles
launch tower for
per
Artemis. That's the mobile
something
launch
fully
platform
loaded.
and launch tower. Now, that's number 2. Number 1 is already in the VAB in high bay number 3, which is the door to the right. That's high bay number 3.
Is the
They're
LLC
building
or
Artemis
the
2 right
Launch
there, right
Control
behind there.
Center?
When Artemis 2 is ready for launch, our crawler transporter will go into the VAB, lift up that whole assembly, the mobile launch platform, the tower, and the rocket, bring it out of the VAB and all the way out to Launch Complex 39B, which is 4.5 miles away. Now, that crawler transporter is going to travel on the roadway to your left. This is called the crawler way. The crawler, the transporter will span that middle grass section right there, and then the crawlers will come down this gravel surface roadway. Now, consider the amount of weight. The transporter itself weighs 6 million pounds.
6 million pounds.
The
Hey,
mobile
anyone
launch
drop in the chat
platform
where that is
tower
to
weighs
tons.
9 million pounds. Add the weight of the rocket to that, you're talking some serious weight. So all of that is going to be transported along our crawler way. Now, you just can't come out here and throw some gravel down on the
Hello.
sand and figure you got a roadway. That's not going to fly. These crawler ways are 8
Welcome.
feet deep. All right? 4.5 miles from the VAB to 39. 8 feet deep.
Sweet.
At the bottom
Thank you for your support.
is crushed and compacted limestone. Above that is crushed and compacted
KG
concrete.
Wolf.
On the top,
Thank you.
this gravel surface that you see, that is called Tennessee River Rock. It comes from Alabama but it's called Tennessee River Rock. Okay, the Tennessee River. Okay, so Dave, why do we have to use Tennessee River Rock? As that transporter is crawling along, it's crushing the stones. Tennessee River Rock has 0 iron content. We're not making any sparks. That's why they use Tennessee River Rock from Alabama. Okay. So, we're going to transport that whole assembly down our crawler way up to 39B. Now, if you look right up here,
I don't know.
that's Launch Complex 39A, and you can see the rocket is on the pad. Now, this is a manned security is very tight. We're not going to be able to get up close and personal with 39A today. They've got that roadway closed off. But, look out. That's Launch Complex 41. Looks like an L right there. Okay, that's 41. That's United Launch Alliance. And as we get up a little bit farther, you'll be able to look down to see LC-40. You'll see the rocket on the pad down there. Okay, there we are right. The rocket pad, that's LC-40. We can look right down the Cape from here. This is Cape Canaveral Space Force Station, the Cape. 352. A little bit farther to your right, you've got LC-37, and then further on down LC-36. Now this gantry right here, LC-39. At some point, we're going to be able to bring our guests out here so we can watch the launches out of the Cape. Was supposed to have been completed back in November. That didn't happen. One of these days, we'll be able to come on out. Okay, now, you'll
One of these
notice
days.
that the crawler way goes out to the left. That's 39B down here. It also goes forward, okay, to 39A. Now, if you notice the one that goes straight up, it's in kind of disrepair. Remember, all the private companies, SpaceX included, does not use the crawler way. They do their own thing out here. I guess we can get out of here, kid. We're going to 39A, guys. We might get in trouble. Hey, we're following the bus. Hey. Okay. If we get into trouble, you don't know me, all right? Okay, who's this guy? I don't know. Anyway, this is being leased by SpaceX. Every man who walked on the moon launched from this facility right here. Okay.
Oh, sorry,
Every
guys.
man who
Probably
walked.
losing connection right now.
We also launched 82
Bad
space shuttle
connection.
missions from 39A.
Hate that.
Now, if you look at the pad, you'll see the rocket is on the pad. That launch tower with the single lightning rod on the top, that launch tower is from, you gotta sit down, guys. You gotta sit down. That launch tower is from the space shuttle days. When SpaceX leased this facility, they asked NASA to leave that launch pad, that tower there, and they would modify it. So that is the tower from the space shuttle days. You'll see the top, on the top, that arm that's coming out, that is the crew access arm. That's where the astronauts will traverse and get into the capsule on the top. Again, the Resilience Crew Dragon launched the Saturn V rocket for the Apollo program. Saturn V puts out 7.5 million pounds of thrust. We were breaking windows in Titusville. Okay. Starship puts out 15
Alright, guys, I'm gonna end it
million
here
pounds
because
of thrust.
bad